Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Tuesday night, and that means we are live and in effect. That's right, as is always the case, as if it's in all capital letters live. Why is that? Well, because it's a novel concept being live, right? No, it's actually very regular. A lot of people do this, but tradition merits it's capturing here. Got to keep it going. That's why we do it. All right, very, very good. So I hope everybody is doing well. We've got a manageable crowd here tonight. Yes, indeed. We've got Jamie Fox. We've got Gaz Grill. We got Blue. Welcome. And Jamie. All right. Very, very good. Nice to see you guys. All right. So there's where we are. There's where we're at. And let's get into some of these comments from now a month ago. Security features in American Eagle bullion coin are a disaster from Gold Chick. Speculates on almost undetectable level of element detectable from satellite, even if the coin was melted to avoid money laundering. There's much more genuine tech to substantiate this than any optical or most people are aware. However, since it was published before the Desert Storm, it is not classified. The info was printed before, okay? So something about X-rays analyzing trace elements are left. So interesting. To go to the atomic level for this stuff is very interesting. Gold Maple, you may think it's a conspiracy theory, but it's happening quiet. No major media has reported China secretly acquiring land in other countries through dummy corporations. But we know that's pretty much common knowledge that that's happening. But anyways, going to do what Rome did. They're going to cheat their own people, and no one will be literally thinking of changing to another brand of coin. You can't trust anyone in the United States government. I tell you what, it certainly does seem that way. Very difficult to trust people in the U.S. government, especially when they're lying literally about our pull out of Afghanistan. Biden gave a speech full of lies this afternoon. Ron Kerber says, if the Mint is like our current government, the output was farmed out to the CCP. Security features, Nick on the Edge, new date, ugly new eagle. That's 3. I think the Mint people broke into the opium gum reserve at West Point. All a pipe dream. Very good. I like that. I like that. Good to see Squirt 9. Gaz Grill here. Benny Barker's here. And Colonic Stacker's here. Tom Bell is new here. Welcome, Mr. Bell. Glad you're here, sir. And this is my real name, says on this security features video. It says, well, we tried. Wait a second here. Why isn't this doing that? Let's get this here. We tried instituting anti-counterfeiting measures, but the counterfeiters were able to quickly copy our efforts, so we're left to no alternative but to stop minting bullion coins. We do realize, however, that many people wish to invest in silver and gold. We devised a system whereby this will be a possible beginning next year. Bureau of Engraving and Printing will, in coordination with the U.S. Mint, begin issuing special notes, which will, for example, in the case of silver, be labeled Silver Certificate, which will guarantee the stated amount of silver being held by the U.S. Mint. Interesting. All right. Yeah, this could be one possible move they make. Freedom Stacker. Look at that. Freedom Stacker, the first to super chat tonight. Thank you, Freedom. You were the man. All right. Appreciate that, sir. Good to see Freedom Stacker, the one and the only. He's got the Tree of Life in his as his profile picture there. Which, by the way, the Tree of Life is now available in platinum, believe it or not. Yes, indeed. Thank you again, Freedom Stacker. Appreciate you, brother. You are awesome. Faithful viewer. All right. A Medical United says on goodbye to the silver dollar replaced with, and silver is too precious to be used as money. I feel our future, they will ban the use of silver and coin due to the solar demand. That would make our silver coins worth a lot of money as collector coins. If the world wants to go solar, they will need supply. I looked up the 2021 increase in decrease in electrical costs in Massachusetts topped the charts with a 13% increase. Only way to lower the bills would be fossil fuels or solar. Democrats are shutting down fuels for more solar. Yes, good point. All right, very good. Hello, another overtaxed taxpayer. Good to see you. And Spectacular is here. Good to see Spectacular. Check out his video on the unboxing of the American Liberty gold coin. And good to see another overtaxed taxpayer too. Welcome, sir. Who would have guessed that in the year 2021, the silver pound would regain its throne as the best bullion coin in the world? Our Royal Mint sent out a thing a few days ago saying that thanks to the success of the redesigned Britannia, there's This has been their biggest year ever. This has been a pretty big hit for the Royal Mint for sure. More demand in less than 8 months than the whole of 2020. I'm worried how good fakes are going to get with this new generation. I don't think the ASC security has been future-proofed anywhere near enough. That's for sure. And I even think in some ways that the one criticism I would have of the Britannias is that they've overdone it in some ways with the security, with that taking away from the design itself, especially with the privy mark. But anyways, that's just me. Hello, Johnny O is here. Good to see Johnny O. He's got himself the Coast Guard silver medal. Check out his channel. He did a good video on that. Yes, indeed. Good stuff. We even got a few more to flip to pay for the one. Smart guy. Justin Sartain, silver and gold. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. American Supertramp says, make America great again. The Gold Bullion Act of 1985 by President Reagan is why we have the opportunity to buy gold and silver. It's what was stated as regular citizens to invest in PM. The design is not really part of the mission. The South African Krugerrand is an ugly round. People bought it because it was available gold. That's a reason for the AGE. Well, that's right. But you know what? The problem is there's no need to make a coin ugly in this day and age. And although I will say that the eagle is somewhat growing on me on the gold, the silver I hate even worse now than I did before. I hate the eagle in the new silver eagle. Horrible. It's like we're defeated. It's exactly emblematic of how we left Afghanistan. It's like it's like completely foretelling the future was written in that design, because the head is down on that eagle, flying in disgrace and defeat. It's absolutely horrifying, and that coin represents it all. That says it all. The way we left Afghanistan under a feckless coward of a president. Joker's wild. No, they're trying to get rid of it all. It takes it right off the streets, and then they got to deal with the fiat, and that's gone soon anyway, says Joker's wild. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you. Gasgirl agrees with me about the privy markets. It's in the way of the rest of the design. It could have been placed in a more discreet place in the coin. That's true. Yep. Let's see here. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, Spectacular. I tell you what, you've got some great live streams for sure. Oh, Kalanick, speaking of Molecule Jr. called me earlier, and we talked about Afghanistan. And he's supposed to call me back. I said to call me back in 2 hours. That was 2 hours ago. So hopefully he'll call back. We'll stand at the ready for Molecule Jr. And I tried to get connected to Molecule, but it didn't happen. But he remembered me, so we'll see here. Low blood pressure says, Bitcoin cryptocurrency is digital nothing. Outer space is full of Bitcoin. That's pretty funny. All right. Thank you, low blood pressure. And Truth Lives says, inflation is not transitory. Where I am at, employers have to raise the pay $2.50 an hour. In the last year, people are retiring or just taking unemployment. The employers cannot find employees, and some of this has to do with the stagnant population rate. Little Politics, a book, The Population Bomb, was written in 1968. Soylent Green was produced in 1970 based off the book. All right, thank you, Truth Lives. Yeah, pretty interesting. All right. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Could this be the call? Could this be Molecule Jr.? Hello?
Hello?
Is this Molecule Jr.?
No, I'm Kevin from US Life.
Oh, US Life. Hello. I would like to get some life in the US, please. And a large order of fries.
Can you repeat what you're talking about?
I said I would like to get some US Life, please. Can you sell it to me? And with a side order of fries.
Okay, we are providing free information, not sending anything right now.
Okay.
All right. So we are providing free information about this new low-cost final expense insurance plan that has just been approved in your state. And it will cover all your funeral and burial expenses.
Oh, great.
So I have a licensed agent on the line. They will provide free no-obligation codes over the phone right now.
Okay. All righty.
Oh, great. That's great. So, sir, may I know what's your age for qualifying purpose?
I am 67.
67. All right, I got you. And just let me confirm, you're residing in the state of Virginia?
No, it is in Maryland.
In your Maryland. All right, I got you. All right, thanks for correction, sir. And in case, sir, if you like the plans in future, so who would the benefit go to, such as your spouse, son, or your daughter?
My spouse, my speg.
Sorry?
My speg, yeah, my speg. That's what we call them in America, my speg.
Your wife.
Right, yeah, spectacular, right, exactly.
All right, okay. And on what coverage plan you want to take information, like on plan of 5,000, 10,000, 20, or more than that?
Actually, probably a little more than 20,000 if I can. I'm in a real silver drill pickle on this one, and I want to see if we can make this happen, okay? Little magic sauce with it.
Okay, I got you. All right, okay. All right. So I hope you don't have any health issues in the past, like heart failure, cancer, dementia?
No, just the problem with the thinning on the new American Liberty gold coin. Other than that, everything's okay.
All right. Okay, got you. All right, thanks for your time, sir. That's all I was looking for. Thanks for time. Bye-bye.
Are you going to transfer me to the agent? Are you going to transfer me now?
No.
Why?
Bye-bye.
Why? Wait a minute, Marta Jode. You chutia. Dang it. Son of a motherless guy. Oh my gosh. All right, well, anyways, we couldn't keep him. I guess he gets me anyways. All right, JNS says, all the financial writers are creating illusion, writing that they've been told what to write. What does this have to do with, oh, wait, price pounding. Okay, yeah, okay, I thought it was a different video. And what they did in 2019 that made them buy. So what do they know now that is causing them to accelerate the purchases now? And what is a real misdirect for the flash crash really about? Are we about to see hyperinflation? Are we about to see the dollar decline avalanche grow off the cliff? Desperation is growing and to keep us locked into an already failed monetary system. Well, that is kind of the concern because just like in Afghanistan, where nobody foresaw that that Kabul would fall that quickly. It was very interesting to see that how quickly that fell, and nobody could predict it. If they can't predict that in a military intelligence, what about the dollar? What are they not predicting? I literally more now than ever believe that we could possibly see hyperinflation sooner rather than later. At least that's a possibility, because if our military and our intelligence can't predict the fall of Afghanistan and didn't see it coming, more than likely they're not going to see inflation coming either. But anyways, all right. But I digress. All right, let's see here. Hello, JM. Good to see you. Spontaneous combustion that runs in the family. That's right, Ravens Roll Top. Good to see everybody here. By the way, we have some new folks joining us here. We've got Boca Mint is here and Belly Dance Rabia. Hello, Belly Dance Rabia. Ooh, yeah. All right, good to see you. I love that name. That's cool. And thank you so much, Silver Drill Pickle. Dinner time. All right, enjoy your dinner. We'll probably be here by the time you get back. Hopefully we'll get Molecule Jr. to call us. Johnny B, the government keeps printing trillions to prop up the dollar and economy. Not good. Keep stacking. That's right. That's right. Keep on stacking. Kelly Grace says, I doubt it for the $5,000 gold possible within 5 years. The price is controlled by the U.S. government. They won't allow 5,000 ounce to begin to happen. Now that, I think, when you think about the Federal Reserve, which I know is a private institution, but you think about it, the chairman is nominated and appointed by the president, and these directors have got to go through Congress, right? And these board of governors. So yeah, I think there's something to that. I think there is something to that in a sense, because what does the Federal Reserve do? Well, they try to manipulate the dollar, and they're managing its decline essentially to the tune of 2% each year. It is declining each year to that level. Although, however, that being said, we know it still is money. We still is value. I have video that talks about it, but they're essentially managing its devaluation in the end. All right, let's see here. All right, Brad Smith says the ebbs and flows of silver and gold have nothing to do with what happened in the dark of night on Sunday. See, these are old comments that I must somehow missed. I don't see how I missed them, but anyways. This is highly coordinated and timed attack on the metals markets. Naive to believe that manipulation does not exist on a massive scale. But Brad Smith, there's no proof that it exists on a massive scale. Show me one iota of evidence that manipulation exists on a massive scale. Now, JP Morgan is a massive company, and it does exist, but it goes up and down. They do it for selfish reasons. It's called micro manipulation, which is where you manipulate the metals markets to meet your own personal selfish needs or profits for gain. And by the way, people can profit on manipulation when the price goes up. What you're talking about, though, Brad Smith, is suppression, price suppression. I have not seen one shred, not one iota of evidence that the precious metal markets are suppressed. And no one says anything when the prices go up. Gold reached an all-time high last year. And where were the people talking about manipulation then? It's only when the price goes low that they talk about, quote, manipulation or price suppression. But anyways, the thing is that the futures markets, what you're kind of referring to in your comment there, the futures markets, yeah, just like in any commodity, there are tons of, there's a lot more of the paper contracts of derivatives than the actual physical that backs them up. Everything from pork bellies to corn, wheat, copper, all of those commodities and things. But anyways, hello, Gold Chick Boba Fell, good to see you. Sterling Cannabis, Sal, sounds like a load of stink to me. It happened again on Monday, and if it happens again today, this is a plan to get us to hold metals to change their plans. And we just hold on, no matter what happens to the price, no matter how far it goes down, it's going to, the best thing to do is hold on. You don't want to sell at that time when the price, unless you absolutely have to, then that's a different story. But anyways, TH, it's all about the derivatives market. This is just a way to weed out the option traders. I've seen this many times before. Remember, the paper market is running the show. The metals markets will bounce back. That's right. And that's where most of the metals are traded, is in the derivatives. Exactly right. Boca says some total of antitrust cases, insider trading scams, pyramid schemes, maybe not PMs, but people are sitting in person right now for market manipulation. Well, that's right. But Boca Mint, what you've just articulated there is exactly what I'm talking about. There is manipulation from within organizations, hence the term insider trading. Scams, pyramid schemes. We also see it with spoofing and the like. High-frequency trades. It all happens, big, coordinated selling from within organizations. But they do it, they do that to profit, and they pump the price up as well as pump it down. But anyways, all right, let's see here. I'll get to that coin. I want to see your unboxing. Spectacular. Hold on a second. Spectacular says, good grief, Spectacular's rushing me here. Dang it, I can't believe it. But, I've got to aim to please. He says, hurry up and get that coin. I want to see your unboxing review. All right, just a second here. Dang it. Let me see here. Boom, there it is. There it is. Boom, boom, there it is. It's here in hand. The algorithm does not like me, Spectacular. It does not like me at all. I posted this video over an hour ago, and hardly any views on that son of a biscuit, because the algorithm does not like me. You did not get notified. Hey, so anyways, but there, I digress. Yes, I did get it. Did a review on it. Oh, man. It's just one of those darn things. One of those things. Insane in the membrane. What would you say? They like to pump up the jam. Pump it up. And then pump it up. Glenn Beersnick says 650 million IMF-issued SDRs might have something to do with it created out of nothing more global fiat currency basket. And that's just it. Modern monetary theory is the manipulation, for sure. All right. Federal Reserve Governor speaks out against CBDC video. That will mean little to the poor. Or low pay, but anyone with even a modest financial wealth will not be too keen on governments and central banks that control them. That's for sure. That's the problem with these central bank digital currencies, and that's all part of the reset. How you spend your money, where you spend your money, and your social credits. There's actually a name for that to talk about with this great reset, which I know is not set in stone, but it's stuff that they've been talking about, bantering about with these forums. But anyways, let's see here. Moving on up here to the next comment. Good to see. Cybercurtain Twitcher is here. Good to see you, CCT. And Sue Davidson says, unfortunately, the fuse has already been lit on the CBDC, and we all have accounts at the Fed. One token Federal Reserve governor is not going to stop the detonation that is coming. Keep stacking to the moon. All right, there we go. Yes, indeed. I'm going to get into some today's comments. A CO2 hash oil Bitcoin is not anonymous. It can't be traced. That's right, exactly. Yep. It can be traced. Let's see here. And moving ahead here, we've got Lonnie Porter. Says the Federal Reserve has never been about helping people. Their main focus is about creating debt slaves. The number one motive for CBDC is tracking of the activities of people with an even stronger ability to cut people off from their money. That's exactly right. And I wonder if you can get some CBDC oil. If that will help your aches and pains at night. I'm not sure, but good to see. Silver Wolverine is here. Welcome. Oh, the bucking horse value is falling faster than Biden's brain. Wow. Man, so it's gone down. You can get a proof 70 for $3,000. Wow. Man. Short-lived. Crazy. That's right. Lusa Iceheart. I'm sorry. Lusa Iceheart is exactly right. MMT is there's nothing new about it. Hello, Hugo Stiglitz. Good to see Hugo. OG Brick and Love Button is here. BR Williams is here. Good to see you guys. You guys are great. Thank you for being here. Your account number with the Fed is your social security number. That's right. There you go. All right. Let's see here. Mutant Rife says, don't trust anything the Federal Reserve governors say. They practice psyops. CBDCs will destroy banks and credit unions, but they may help their bad backs. They're designed to control the population, at least the state. New Jersey has passed them making illegal to not accept cash. Oh, wow. I think that's good. There should be laws. Make the legal tender for all debts, public and private. That's what it says on the Federal Reserve note. Justin Sartain says here, I completely trust the government. That guy, Dr. Waller, is funny. They want to take our freedom away. People around the world have been protesting, losing their rights. The media is changing the story. Since 2019, protests have gotten bigger. Yellow Vest, Hong Kong, Lebanon, Greece, Italy, France, Germany. After CBDCs and Mark of the Beast will be next. Tell you what, we're one step closer with this stuff. All right, very good. Good to see Robert A. Lee. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. And moving ahead, Ed says, further proof that the government can't do anything right, so let's stop allowing them to expand their power over us. And this is why we get precious metals. America, Channel 1. One rocket attack, one terrorist attack, one president who's unable to govern, and that he never governed at all. It takes for PMs to rise and rise quickly. Must hold. There we go. Boo Man says, just think of it this way. Central banks know gold and silver will eventually kill them. Why else would they be suppressing the price with paper contracts? It's like the overfilled river dam is about to bust, and the Fed is upholding it with scotch tape. It's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff going on. Average Stacker. Savage Stacker. By the way, El Porcano is here with $4 New Zealand super chat. Thank you, sir. You are the man. Appreciate that so much. All right. Let's see what Savage Stacker has to say about this video here. On the first and last 2021 American Eagle coins, all these special production runs are a shifty, shady, scandalous gimmick to get more money over the spot price, especially when they don't change the coin design at all. There's nothing to differentiate it other than the packaging. And if a government finds a loophole to pass the buck to somebody else, but if there's shady over a few ounces of silver and gold, just imagine all the other shady, shifty, scandalous business that's done in our government and politics every day. That's for sure true. Exactly right. Trust issues. Me too. I got some trust issues with the government as well. Good point. Well done. All right. Let's see here. Gaslighting. What exactly does gaslighting mean? I'm making a poll question, but I really don't know the answer to that. Does anybody know what gaslighting means? I don't even really know what it means. Let's see here. Rebel Lucy says, every empire in its final decline sees massive corruption. Uh-oh. Do we have it? Let's see if this is Molecule Jr. Hello? Is this Molecule Jr.? Hello? It's a robocall. Dang it. Anyways, from the president of the U.S. to the people working in the U.S. Mint, they're lining their pockets while we all lose purchasing power. Pelosi is worth $100 million in a congressional salary. The money comes, and by the way, the congressional salary is $174,000, and yet she's worth $100 million. Insane in the membrane. The money comes from insider deals and investments on the bill she passes. Corruption is everywhere in the U.S. government. True that, Lucy, true that. All right, very good. And let's see here. Everybody loves Love Button, except for me. I just really like her a lot. I like her a lot. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily love her. You know what I'm saying? I just like her a whole lot. Oh, gaslighting is when you make someone else think they are crazy by feeding them BS. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, I see. So in other words, if I told Love Button that she was a man, that would make her crazy, right? Because it's not true, because she is a woman, right? Is that what you're? Is that an example of it? Gold, one of the worst investments of 2021 video. It's the worst investment until it skyrockets. Everything is rigged. They've been rigging gold and silver for years. All right. I'm in the minority for that stuff, but anyways, but I digress. Pinehurst Coins, Bullion Shark. Yes, indeed. Coin, Vault, and Mike Misiak are not. Let's see here. Thanks, Morbid Mike. And on this U.S. Mint Under Investigation video, refuse to be a sucker for the Mint since they do not follow the Constitution. Game system is like the rest. Fairness and equal opportunity is not what the government wants. They want equity. And equity, by the way, is something completely different, and that's dangerous. You do not want the government to be, anytime you hear the word equity like it's a good thing, run far away from that policy. Horrible stuff. You do not want equity. It's what the woke movement is about. I'd rather buy a Wall Street Bets coin or slab than Mint can keep their BS. As for mintage, please acquire a 1933 gold coin on my behalf. Been there, got it. It's a copy of one, but I got one. I've acquired it. Thank you, Peter. All right. Hello, Lincoln DMZ. Terry79 is here finally. She missed us on. I'm a little bit miffed that Terry didn't show up last time when I had a live stream without announcing it to me that she wasn't going to be here. I mean, I'm entitled to her being here. I'm owed this of her presence. Equity is what it's. It's equity. I'm oppressed unless Terry79 doesn't stop by. And I'm going to slurp for Terry right now. By the way, hello. Good to see Sheep Network now. And he states the truth. You can always count on Dissident Aggressor. Dissident Aggressor is awesome. And by the way, so is Sheep Network now. He's a cool guy. And indeed, appreciate you guys being here. William Fender says, nothing will ever come out of it. They will determine nothing to see here and continues business as usual. This is what corrupt government looks like. Sure is. Hugo Stiglitz says here, Sal, it's a hard thing for people to understand when attempted genocide is happening in the world. Does anyone really think the U.S. is going to make coins that are exactly on point in regards to the metals content? The claim of the coins now, we know the Buffalo is 24 karat gold. From we know there's probably half copper. Well, there's one thing that we do know for sure, because it can be easily proven. In other words, there's enough of assay tests that are done on American coins to know, hey, these things are legit as far as their metal content. But for the rest, I kind of agree with it. Silver Lover says, what else is new? They're corrupt just like the rest of the government. Nothing new. All right. Let me get up here. I don't know how these got missed before. We're trying to catch up on these comments. We'll get to today's videos momentarily. When you have two more people involved in the crime, it becomes a conspiracy. Somehow government employee, politicians, judges, lawyers, public servants, and exempt themselves from charges. Sounds like a conspiracy to me. Well, the investigators investigate the investigated. Sometimes we need to investigate the investigators. Don Kochi, rule of law does not apply to them. Business as usual. These government criminals do as they please. And I think the Durham report is another issue where we're kind of miffed about too. Bob Silver, anyone looking to Tennessee making illegal to build camps to hold people, or the CDC's website's green zones? I've not heard about that. Rocket Superstar, Sal, freedom of speech is being taken away. That is why our Second Amendment is so important. Exactly right. And this video was probably one of the most important videos I've ever done. Your freedom of speech stops here. Eli, or maybe the U.S. Mint is under investigation for less than desirable new ASE. Anyone? That'd be nice. I'll tell you what, that's not a very good design. Not a very good design at all. Eli, the Wolverine State. Yes, Sal, understand hazing and bullying by government companies, corporations, institutions, and 44 states have hazing laws. They call it mandates. I call it hazing. Yep, I hear you. All right, 5130, Stephen. The Democrats and liberals are so out of control they will stop at nothing to hold on to it's getting worse. Sorry, you've been put in this situation. No problem, my friend, and I appreciate this is the support of the community. You guys are great. Now this might be. This very well may be the scammer. Let's see here. Hello, did you get the notification? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, my name is James from the Debt Relief Program. Do you have a moment to speak?
Yes. Automated message.
All right. Well, the reason I'm calling you today is due to the overwhelming credit card debt and a higher interest rate. The FRCA is actually helping consumers
another spam call's coming
their
in.
credit card debt.
Let's take this one.
With the Credit Restoration Program.
Hello?
Hello, this is Kate from Chase Card Services. According to your recent and previous excellent payment history, under the FCRA, you are qualified to get reduction on your credit card account. You must act to get the reduction.
Oh, dang it.
Press 1 to speak to a live representative.
Here we go. Come on. Come on. Put me through. Hello? Come on. Hello?
Congratulations.
Oh.
Now let me transfer this line to my manager, and he will quickly complete the process for you. So just stay on hold for a brief moment.
Lewis from the Debt Relief Program. I see you're holding to get debt relief on your accounts, correct?
Yes.
All right. So before we move on, can I have your first and last name so I can pull up your profile?
It is Jim Smithland.
Thank you so much. Now, I'll try to be quick so I can save you time and money, of course, but if you have any questions, you can interrupt me at any time at all. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act is the only law which gives you the legal right to eliminate your credit card debt, because these credit card companies work in an area of gray, which means they charge you high interest rates and hidden fees, so it becomes impossible for you to pay off your debt. You make your payments on time, and you haven't missed any payments.
Get on with it.
That's how the Fair Credit Reporting Act... Sorry?
Can you transfer me to an agent? That's another automated thing. What they do now, these scammers, instead of they actually use an automated voice system. In other words, artificial intelligence. That's what... to get all of your credit card. They'll take all your credit card information through that. So we knew that wasn't going anywhere. Dang it. All right. What you're missing, Sal, this is on the free speech video I did from a couple weeks ago. Although it is true that a private company should be able to determine what kind of content their site allows, YouTube as well as other social media companies get protection for being a platform, which protects them from being sued. It is the same as when you use your phone. If hypothetically you were planning a crime on your cell phone, no one could sue the phone company for that crime because they don't determine what content is carried out as a true platform. When social media starts censoring certain speech, they become an editor, and so they should not have those protections they do now. That's actually a very good point. Although I could see how that could be a legal gray area in that regard, because I guess there are other companies that can compete with YouTube that are out there. But that is a good point, I must say. Very interesting indeed. All right. Moving ahead here to the next comment on the video. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's move on up here. Roger Moses. COVID didn't devastate the global economy. Governments did. That's true. Although I would say that probably had there not been not one iota of government restrictions, COVID would have still have hurt the economy to some level. All right, let's see here. David Cruz, you violated communist guidelines. That's right. That's exactly right. All right. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's move on up. Thank you for that. Gold Chick Vibafel is a machine. She is a machine. Look at that. All right, Gold Maple. We're going to go that one. We're going to just go past those. We'll have more of his comments come up later. I respect and disagree. Once the government is working with big tech to silence people, they are proxy agents of said government. Well, Rudy, you actually make a very good point, and it does seem to be kind of the case there. But at the same time, I'm very leery of, I don't know, punishing companies. I don't know. I think the free market should be the solution in theory, but I digress. All right. HVAC residential basics. I can affect your credit. Can I please have your information? Sure thing. Yes, indeed. All right. And Dan Fowler, such a circus the Fed with their phony, fictitious feces. The real 3 rings of gold, silver, and copper will restore the republic. That's right. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys here. All right. And in the interest of time, we're just going to go past some of this stuff from 2 weeks ago. All right, Belly Dance Rabia. Okay, so Belly Dance has been watching here for a while. I don't know if it's he or she. Is Belly Dance a girl? Let's see if Belly Dance is a girl here. I don't know. Belly Dance, oh, maybe so. All right, let's subscribe to that channel. Cool. All right. Anyways, she says Talibans are criminals. No masks, no vaccines, no passports, no social distancing, no cultural diversity, no tattoos, no body piercing, no obesity, no LGBTQXY. Shameful. Tisk tisk. America took out troops so China can take over. This is getting very sinister. God bless and protect your children. Exactly right, Belly Dance. Rabia, you're exactly right. Well said. All right. Yeah, there you go. Florida Cracker is exactly right. We don't have a free market when the government gives out money to said corporations. All right, very good. Thank you. All right, definitely a she. Thank you, Belly Dance. Well, you know what, Belly Dance, you know, you're relatively new here, but so let me tell you about something. We're looking for ladies to pose for a Sal's Gal calendar. If you're interested in that, the deadline's coming up very, very soon. We had a couple drop out. So if you're interested, email me at the email address at the bottom of your screen, and I'll explain it all to you if you're interested. But being a belly dancer and into precious metals, that could be probably a pretty cool thing if you're interested in doing that. All right. Not new. Okay. Not new. It's been here for a while. All right. Very good. All right. Maybe you changed your name. Maybe you're somebody else. And you change your name. Very cool. Thank you. All right, James Riggs. Biden opened the gates from Mexico to keep the coronavirus going to the United States without they have no power to give some thought. My good friends. Good point. He sure did. All right. A moronic vaccinated Democrat. Why the heck did that not post? I must have hit cancel by accident. DHS just announced anyone anti-flu anti-government is a terrorist. I guess all military friends and family are now targeted. Hide your stack, folks. They will come for us. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, you're not ugly. Good grief. No way. Belly Dance. No, it's all good. Yeah, just email me. We'll talk about it. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Gold Chick Vibafel says, no, send more fake paper promises so everyone can trade it for gold. Piracy is my night job in Florida. All right, there we go. Gold Chick knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. And move ahead. Justin Sartain. Chaos. YouTube trigger warning. You never hear anyone clinging on to the landing gear of a plane to get into a socialist country. Exactly right. In fact, people will run through the bullets and barbed wire to flee communism. America's the best, still better than any country in the world, bar none. My heart breaks for these people. Mine too. Well said, Justin. Very well said, sir. All right, let's see here. And Aloha Stacker. The Fed is nothing but a bag of mixed messages and schemes. That is true. Exactly right. As we move on up here, from a week ago, Lonnie Porter. Oh, they just get it. It'll be part of the plan. 22 tons of gold and helicopter parts for 50,000 American citizens. It's just business. That's right. Just business. Crazy what's going on over there. Mato-san. Put another way, if a foreign government lets the U.S. vault their money, the U.S. can suddenly cut their funding as they see fit. That's true. But I tell you what, the amount of gold that we hold that was Afghanistan's is nothing compared to the amount of money we've spent and the amount of equipment that the Taliban now have in their control. Paul Richards, I won't be able to get it. I wouldn't be sure that the Taliban won't get it. Biden and company keeps giving away everything to the enemy. And the Talibankers already have all the nice military weapons like Black Hawk helicopters. That's true. Bratislav Metulski, money laundering operations. Afghanistan Talibs are just an excuse to pull their gold, and rightfully so. Their mistake to let it happen. All right, very good. And let's see here. Moving forward here. Yes, love for all the hurricane victims. Prayers for them. I hope everybody is okay and they get their power back. It may be weeks before they get their power back, but prayers of the people of Louisiana. Man. All right. In the interest of time, we'll just sum up that one and that one. Get to this one. We're going to just Taliban could care less than trillions of lithium. We're going to go back to, we're going to capture some of these newer videos. But let's see here. Let's get up here. I don't know how these were missed. I've been really good about keeping up with these. I think it's YouTube, not refreshing all the comments. The way they do this, it's insane. I don't know what this is. Let's see here. Numismatic Stacker. It seems like China is our new world power. If they're not ready, they will soon be someday. That's true. They are getting very, very close. If not already there. Gunmetal Blue. If hyperinflation does not happen here, most of the gold goes to the elites and the banks, which would leave a lot of silver to the common people. I believe that is, as the dollar goes down, the demand on silver would go high enough to close the gold-silver ratio to the point that we have seen in many decades. That very well could happen. We'll see. I think this silver squeeze, or the big buying of silver that happened from the end of January, could have been just the very beginning of that. A lot more needs to be done, though. All right. Lou Eckert. By enemies, do you mean Biden and the Democrats? I'll tell you what, they are, in a sense, the enemy within, sadly. And that's talking about the politicians in those positions there, sadly. I wouldn't say the rank and file Democrats in America are the enemy. I think a lot of them probably just don't know really how serious these politicians are that they've elected. Mutant Rife. The NDAA legalized using propaganda against the people, thus nullifying the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948. Interesting. Probably advise us some more research on that stuff. The difference is this is Marxism with a socialist, fascistic twist of lemon lime. If you look at the countries that encountered it, they did not get through it. The media made the colossal mistake of the arts and unions and big tech and others jumped in bed with these guys. The deep state will not allow competition. They will not. You and your family will be targeted. And if you do, this is the way out. Look at how long it took for Moscow, Cuba, and others to get back liberty. It's easy to wait out a pure fascist. Yeah, and I tell you what, the thing is proof positive is what the Democrats tried to do by they were serious about making Washington, D.C. a state, which would have added 2 more senators, which would have given them much more likelihood of control. They also wanted to divide California up into 3 states, which would have given them 8 more senators. They also wanted to add Puerto Rico as a state, and they wanted to pack the courts. And all of that is about dominion, absolute control. We saw that was attempted by FDR. And FDR was a 4-term president who was power hungry. No question about that. Let's see here. Let's get past some of these. Okay. Man, just this. Let's see here. Just in the interest of time, because I want to cover today's videos. I'll go back and read some of those. NTS Cruiser, inflation will drop to 2% because the government will remove everything people need to buy from the index. Yes, indeed. All right, Mark Zen. There's a reason it's known to those awake as a pandemic. All right. And, yeah, I know. I mean, the thing is, the problem with that term, pandemic, is that it implies that the virus itself was put here specifically to control. I don't think that's the case. I think it was a foreign act by China. And now they might have planned it. The jury's still out on that. We'll see here. All right, let's see here. Chai Charin is here in the chat. Says, what do you do for a living besides educate us YouTube and precious metals and do push-ups live? I do stuff with computers. And indeed, I manipulate numbers and souls. I control human beings through a computer algorithm. No, I'm kidding. I'm a people person. I deliver the stuff to the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that can get the TPS reports done. That's me. What's your prob? Says, it's the precious metal markets as important as Afghanistan? Well, the way the proven liars in the mainstream are putting it, no, which means distraction. Afghanistan today, due to rigged market, about to fall. We shall see. Some people think that that's what's going on there. That's key here. We got to get past some of this stuff here. I caught on the silver to $69, Uncle Sal. Hey, all right, we'll see. We shall see. General Flynn, white hat with all those black hats. He says there. All right, thank you, Mike. Chase Bank owns by Rothschild. All right. Hello, Tessa Cunningham. Good to see Tessa. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. And Trump signed War Act. Get your popcorn. All right, get your popcorn. I don't have any popcorn. I'd like to have some. Some people cause us some problems with the Colorado Silverback. All right, let's see here. We're just going to... Paul Richards, if you're going to hold a note, I recommend not to hold the brown note. Don't hold the brown note. Don't want to do it. Go check. Hi, Sal. I'm very late. Is this algo fruit? Yes, it is. Thank you for the algo fruit. Juicy and delicious algo fruit is always appreciated, Gold Chick. You are awesome. Good to see you. And John Doe. Never owned a credit card, never been in debt, paid cash for everything, love collecting gold coins. Good job, John. All right. Way to go. Way to go. Pablito Perez, before you all invest in platinum, keep in mind that many locations are actually not buying platinum at all. Make sure your local buyer will accept the metal. That's true. Exactly right. But a lot of online dealers will buy it from you. Gold addict, everything is going up but gold and silver. This is a sign of extremely weak sentiment. People with contrarian views are looking to get in now when everyone is looking the other way like a thief in the night. That's right. Well, I've always said the best time to buy gold and silver is when it is unloved. And believe me, I've been in this community long enough that I've seen periods when silver has been unloved. And that was the time to scoop it up. Scoop it all up. Global Warmer was at a meeting, but he's here now. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome, welcome. All right. Let's move ahead up here. Oh, man, Jenkins. Oh, my God. Hey, thank you. If you think this is great, you ought to see my video over 100 ounces of gold, which I thought might perform as well, but it's not. That video tanked in views. Capt Vic, go to a local credit union, screw the big banks, hope for the best, but stack for the worst, and not just bullion. That's right. Talking about lead, food, water, deodorant. All right, there we go. And we have Justin Sartain watching some of the older videos. He watched the very first in the series, the debt clock in silver. Look at that. He's gone through all of these. Thank you, Justin. Wow, very cool. We have been chronicling it for a while in a playlist, 844 per ounce. A newer video, silver 2423, the debt clock speeds up. Then he watched an older video, $918 silver. And this is from the Thomas O'Shields. Wow, so did Chase Bank get woke or did they all get offended? Well, I'm going to probably do an update video on that in due course, but I've got to verify some things first. Justin Sartain says, got thumbs up and comment on all 16 videos in this playlist. On to the next playlist. Thank you, Justin. Now, most of my videos aren't in a playlist, but I appreciate that. Thank you, Justin. You are the man. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Gold Chick is the channel exorcist. All right, Doug Ford backing up the truck to dump rhodium and crash that market. So you have, how much rhodium do you have, Doug Ford? I'm curious to know. So do you think they have no gold at Fort Knox or just less? They say they have what? I believe they have it all. I actually did a video about that, Robert E. Lee, but I stand with the great Edmund C. Moy on that one. But I do believe they have it. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. The tree climber, Michael Flynn knows where the bodies are. Under the socialist communist organizer Barry's administration, join a local credit union just in case. There you go. All right, thank you, tree climber. And let's see here. All right, there you go. And let's see here. Kyle DeMello, anyone who believes in religion is completely lost. That's true. I don't believe in religion. I believe in a relationship with Jesus. The Christianity is not a religion, believe it or not. It is about a relationship. Yes, indeed. What is religion? Religion is trying to please God through your actions, through obedience. That's not how Christianity works. So there's a difference. So I actually agree with him. As a man of faith, I agree. No religion. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, and let's see here. All right, let's see here. Florida cracker. Nearly all corporations and almost all government officials are anti-white. Well, that's the problem with what wokeism is. These woke and what critical race theory. Critical race theory literally teaches people in corporations and in schools that being white is evil, and you should be ashamed of being white. And that's pretty sad, you know. But you know what? When I first heard about Coca-Cola and their thing is that be less white, they said be less white. So what I did is I went outside and tried to get a suntan. I said, you know, if I can get a suntan, then I would cease and desist of being a cracker. I would become not just any kind of cracker. If I had a tan, well, then I'd be a graham cracker. And I walk proudly being a graham cracker, that's for sure. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Borrow my... Oh, yes, I did, B.R. Williams. I did borrow your post hole digger. And Tiefin knocked down my mailbox. Those sons of biscuits. All right, there you go. Kyle says, thought and praise don't work. Prayers work. Prayers definitely work. Prayers definitely work. God hears our prayers. There's no question about that. But anyways, let's see here. Be proud of who you are. That's right. Let's see here. Ignore the noise. That's right. Critical theory. That's right. Let's see here. I couldn't even get Florida Cracker to laugh. He's something stuck. I don't know. What's Florida Cracker? I couldn't even get Florida Cracker to laugh. No response. Here I was trying to entertain. Oh, he says, stop calling it woke. Well, that's what it is. It's called the woke movement. That's what it is. And we're against the woke movement. Let's see here. Cinnamon could be your new investment stack. Let's see here. All right, moving ahead here. Moving ahead. All right. Veronica Stack says, hey, Sal, Chase dropped Mike Flynn like a hot potato because he is toxic, like 3 Mile Island. If you would view this with a more dispassionate way, you might too. I would be bringing up the Power Woman much either. What you've got here is a disbarred lawyer vindicating an admitted felon. Not a good look. These days, it's not a bad idea to play it safe and keep things close to one's vest. Well, thanks, Veronica. I appreciate your point of view, but the thing is, though, who else is toxic? I would say that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is toxic. I would say that Talib Rabib is very toxic. I would say that pretty much every member of the squad, these people are in Congress, way more toxic than General Flynn. And yes, Sidney Powell has made some mistakes, but you know, especially with the election and how she handled that. But nonetheless, hopefully she'll be proven to be right. But so far, She's had a very uphill battle. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see here. Florida cracker. Oh boy, Florida cracker. Wow. I'm not laughing when people invade my country and want to kill me. Who says anything about invading your country and wanting to kill you, Florida cracker? I'm confused. I had said nothing about that. Let's see here. Everything is toxic. And Veronica, I would make the argument that you think he's toxic because he doesn't agree with your political views. But again, I think there's a lot more toxicity on the left than there is the right these days. Justin Sartain, I gave my nephews and nieces silver to inspire them. Awesome. Well done, Justin. Wow, he sold his daughter too cheap. Trade your daughter for silver. There you go. I forgot about that video. He's watched some of these old ones. Canada Farewell to the Pennies roll sells for $6,600. I would have bought gold with it. Me too. Crazy, insane in the membrane. 1776, that's right. 1776, all about freedom. All about freedom. Chai Turin, are you keeping the new Bucking Bronco gold coin or are you going to sell it? No, I'm going to probably hold on to it. Because, I mean, I did want the coin, but it's just, I wish it wasn't struck off center. Jeff Keller, you're exactly right. Tom McDonald does have a great woke song. It's called Fake Woke. It is awesome, actually. Very good. He has a new one called Dumb Dummy or something like that. It's a really good one. Check it out. Check it out. All right. Let's see here. My Silver Independence Epoch. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Justin. He's going back and watching these old videos, too. Buying gold and silver, late 1990s and early 2000s. Some of these videos that were recorded early on in the old YouTube career. Something, anyways, let's see here. I will take 2 of the British 1-ounce coins. Where did I leave my time machine? I know, I tell you. Crazy, the prices were much cheaper back then. Silver price commentary, old video. That might be my second video. Happy 420, this might be your best video ever. There you go. How low can it go? Your Highness, how low can you go? Exactly. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Florida Cracker, of course I remember 2020, but we weren't talking about the 2020 riots. We weren't talking about the border above. We were talking about wokeness. Wokeness. Get with the program, Florida Cracker. Get with the program. We're talking about critical race theory and wokeness. And but I digress. All right. Lucky winner. Sal, are you sure it's real, not fake, since it's from Hong Kong? Yes. Lucky winner. All you have to do is just watch the whole video to find out. Because we verified it. We verified it. John Schultz. Was a fine paid, or was it a kickback from the 20% of the people they illegally stole? Not sure the details of it, but I do have one bit of note coming, or news, but I got to look it up for a follow-up video to this. J.J. O'Malley, have to retire for health reasons and medical, have a house, and taxes, don't eat much for travel. Still need a couple of prepper things. How much mattress cash do you think is enough compared to banked money? They say cash is going away, but do you think overnight? It's going to be a long while before cash goes away. There's still an amount of people that are unbanked. But yeah, but I would say as much as you feel safe and comfortable holding as to do that. Hello, Silver Joe Pickle. Good to see you. Hello, Silver Joe Pickle. Good to see you. I thought owning metals was about being on the Salivation live stream. There you go. That's really what it's all about. All right. Mark Nordgaard, up, down, and sideways, and more down. I know, I hear you. Up, down, and sideways. Crazy. Argent. Without argent, it could be worse. Argent meaning silver. Silver Turtle, 65. Time to cut ties with Chase Bank. Yes, I tell you what. All right. Let's see here. Be a trader. A life want to replace white Americans with low IQ slave class. Well, Florida Cracker, I thought maybe you would have a sense of humor, given your name and a cracker and your thing, you know, but you have no sense of humor. It's not that you're toxic, you just don't have a sense of humor. You're conversating, but, It's just crazy. So, anyways, but the thing is, it's not all about race. That's my thing, and that's what the Democrats are trying to divide us by race. And I don't care about being white. I don't care what color anybody else is, or anything like that. It's all about what you believe. What I believe is the Constitution of the United States of America. I believe in individual freedom and liberty. I believe in secure borders. I believe in freedom, responsibility, and the free market. And that's what makes America great. And you have those things, and the world would be a much better place if we could serve each other based off the goodness of our hearts, regardless of race, color, creed. And if we let the free market do its thing, and we let people be people without the poison of the media and the establishment of what they give to us, this whole world would be a better place. But certainly our country would be a better place. But anyways, all right, very good. Let's see here. Busted Muffin, Sal, you're amazing. We did not land on the moon and call Nixon on the phone. Much love. That's true, we did not. I can vouch for Busted Muffin that him and I, did not land on the moon. We did not do it. Now, the two guys that did, for the Apollo 11 and the others for the Apollo missions, they did land on the moon, and they ended up calling Nixon. It didn't cost them a dime. It cost the taxpayers a dime. But I digress. Doug Ford, I still can't find a Democratic Socialist to take my HVAC plumbing and company for free with one condition: I keep all the tools, trucks, and phone number. I know, me either. Can't find one either. Let's see here. Rocky Superstar, here. Good to see you. Let's see here. Tessa Cunningham, I look at it this way: I'm not a racist, but if you are going to force me to pick a color, I will pick my own. Once and again, not a racist. Exactly. Well, I'm going to look at it this way. I don't think we should have to. I don't think we should have to pick any race. I think we judge people by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. That's really what it's about. Rocky, the world would be a better place if Terry 79 would send her a pic of the Sal's Gal calendar. Would. I wish she wouldn't ignore me tonight, too, either. She's totally ignoring me tonight. I just don't get it. It's insane in the membrane. And Lusa Iceheart, that's right. It's only about race to the Marxist bigots infesting universities, media. You need to watch a video by Tulsi Gabbard. In fact, you know what? It's almost worth playing this video for you guys. This is the best thing, the most succulent, what's the word? It's the most pure, I don't know how to say this, most concise way that I can think of. This is the, watch this video. This is what I'm saying. Let's see here. Where is it here? Where is it? Here we go. Here it is. This sums it all up.
My fellow Americans, please let us stop the racialization of everyone and everything. It's racialism. We are all children of God and are therefore family in the truest sense, no matter our race or ethnicity. This is aloha, and this is what our country and the world need. The mainstream propaganda media and politicians, they want us to constantly focus on our skin color and the skin color of others because it helps them politically or financially. Aloha means respect and love for others. It's what enables us to see beyond our skin color and see the soul, the person within. So let's do our best to cultivate this aloha in our hearts and see and treat others through this prism of love, not through the prism of race and ethnicity. Please let us not allow ourselves to be led down this dark and divisive path of racialism and hate.
Now that video there, now Tulsi Gabbard is a Democrat, and for her to come out and say that and speak out against what this stuff, I think is amazing. I don't agree with her on other policy things that she espoused during the campaign. In fact, I think she is you know, been very strong on gun control, which is unfortunate. But nonetheless, I think that statement is great, and I think that is probably one of the most perfect ways to say it as possible. So I respect her for that. But anyways, but again, it's you know, there's other portions that I disagree with her on, but on that issue I agree with her on. Let's see here. And but let's see here. But that's the thing here. Let's see here. Oh, was she on JRE? Okay, interesting. All right. She was on Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, and by the way, also being fair-minded, there was a statement by Bill Maher, which I don't have the audio for you, but Bill Maher actually made a statement, which I think was pretty good, that condemns the woke movement too. So I thought that was refreshing. Let's see here. All right. Eliza Williams. Everything woke turns to crap. 3 years and 4 months until Trump is back in office. I hope so. I'll tell you what, he's thinking about it. Some say he may announce after the midterms. We'll see. I hope so. But boy, if he runs again, I'm right behind him. I'm going to be early on the Trump train if he runs again. There's no question about that. Colonic Stacker, basis Frank Bello versus disgraced and illegitimate Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. Frank Bello, I think, is a leftist as well, but he plays a mean base. So I'm going to have to give it to Frank Bello. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. All right. Nick Fuentes videos. I have to check them out. Okay. Yes, that's right, Lusa Iceheart. They've kept their sanity on some issues. Other issues, not so much. I look at things from an issue-by-issue basis. There's a lot of stuff I disagree with George Carlin on as well. But George Carlin but they were intellectually honest, some of these people. But you don't see that very often with the Democrats these days. But anyways. All right, let's see here. All right. And Veritas File says, yes, this is why people need to be stacking all of their monetary metals as much as possible. It may be the only thing standing between them and the absolute destitution of the future. Also have another thought. We need somehow to put together a way for those of us in the silver and gold community to stay in touch and contact through something more than just YouTube Rumble, because there may come a time when it's all cut off. I welcome any ideas that you may have. Yeah. That's just it. If we don't have a platform, because Rumble is a separate platform, if you're talking about anything outside of that, I don't know. Other than an email list, I don't know what you would do. I don't know where you would go. All right, very good. Let's see here. Moving ahead. Wasatch Intercept says prominent right-wing Britons have had their accounts closed without prior warning. Laura Towler and Mark Collette, for example. Now it comes to the U.S. Scary stuff. Very scary when they do this. And that's when the banking institution gets to it. That's part of what the Great Reset is about. This is what they're angling towards. And when you have a blockchain where every transaction is traced and tracked, it's very easy for them to cut you off. Richard Smith, we're living in a unique time. That we are. 2 is 1 is here. Hello, 2 is 1. I've heard that you got the gold coin too, the American Liberty. I haven't seen your video yet, but I posted my video earlier today, so I will check it out. Ibis Man says another good video from Sal. I like reputational risk. Thank you so much, my friend. Horns up, silver down under. Thank you so much. As we move on up here, hypocrites, all of them. Yes, indeed, indeed. GT. I'm sure they'll keep up this cartel, mafia, and drug dealer accounts open, though. Yep. It's like Twitter keeping the Taliban accounts open. Chuck McBuck. Stop with all the planned demonic talk. You know it's planned economic reset. P.S. There's a glut of microchips, no shortage. Where are the microchips? They may have them manufactured, but they're not getting to where they need to go. There's a supply chain issue with it. That's then the overall theme here. Hilarious. American Silver Eagle toning, spotting, and scamming. All right, we also talked to a scammer on this call. All right, very good. All right, nice. Cool, all right. Thank you, 2 is 1. I'm curious if yours has the same issues mine has, 2 is 1. General Flynn worked for President Trump and Chase, JP Morgan. I wouldn't trust with the turd left in the toilet before I flushed it down or quit business with JP Morgan Chase about a year ago. Don't like them, don't care about him and quit being with him. That's our government. That's my second money, taxpayers, money, worry about it. Okay. All right. How ironic that it is the mainstream media will never say anti-establishment, will always have or at least insinuate a negative tone for anything conservative. That's for sure. They sure do. No question. It's all out in the open now. Punker for real says, I got burned today. Found 2 copper dimes and a small stack of dimes. I bought, lost $4.5. I'm confused by the statement. I've never heard of copper dimes. I mean, dimes by definition, by their composition, are made of copper. 85% made of copper. Divine Mercy and stack food and other necessities. That's right, exactly right. No finning on 2 is 1s. Okay, I'm jealous. I'm jealous again of 2 is 1. Not only does he get more views than I do on videos, but he gets better coins than I get. Dang it. Son of a motherless goat. All right, let's see here. And Silver Honda says, I keep the minimum in the bank and trying to be careful not getting an overdraft fee. I'm saving even more to build up my gold and silver envelope to buy my first 1 ounce of gold one day. You're getting close, my friend. Getting there. You had a good stack of 50s hanging there, brother. A reputational risk to chase. Yes, indeed. Backing pilot. The company commits more daily felonies than anybody can even count. Chase's reputation about as solid as a blown up glass being run over by a semi-truck. Unbelievable. True. Exactly. Good point. Nice analogy, too. Brent Harnsberg. Only use a bank that has a wonderful life and only deal with Mr. Stewart. When did everyone become Britney Spears and the banks become your conservatorship like Brit's data? That's right. Exactly. Let's see here. All right. And first, says Kuno Coins, thank you on this Afghanistan, opium, and gold video. And got some algorithm food from Silver Surfer, which we appreciate, from 7 hours ago. Second from Danny Hack, thank you. Appreciate the algorithmic food. All right. And let's see here. Algorithm food from Martin Olson. Nice. And Silver Surfer calls out last for Silver Surfer. JM from Canada gives me $1.99. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. He's the second super chat of the night. Thank you. Kuno Coins. Look it up. The Taliban was almost completely done with heroin manufacturing, and then the U.S. invaded, and up to that point, Afghanistan were producing more. And now it's possible the United States is in charge. All of that enters and exit. Well, I did look that up, and I talked about that in the video. They started it because it was more lucrative, not because the U.S. invaded. Frank Kervany, HSBC, opium, and silver all tied to one another historically. The Opium Wars. All right. And Silverback El Toro, if they extract the gold, I fear the price will drop dramatically. All right, we'll see. We shall see. I don't think, what gold? I don't think there's much gold in Afghanistan from what I understand. 6 to 5 says, Chase are criminals of the absolute worst kind. Criminal racketeering sanctioned by the state. They occasionally get a slap on the wrist to make sure they stay in line, but the bigger criminals keep on doing what they want. All right, let's have a slurp of some coffee. We've been talking for a while here. All right, let's see here. And by the way, good to see you guys. The silver stuff is here. Welcome, welcome. And let's move ahead. And thedrugwar.com. I won't miss this. There we go. Exactly. All right, and title should have been Afghanistan, CIA, opium, and gold. And opium has been a currency for the CIA. Thank you, Mutant Rife. Stephen Trump. Thanks for the news and updates. Stephen. I got to remember Stephen, not Stephen. Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Adam Jam says, so now it is the Chinese turn in the chamber. China will be a major player. Only problem, who will control the market, the Taliban or Chinese? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Let's see here. MJ says, nice to hear your opinion. Always waiting for your perspective on things. Just my observation. And it was very close to knowledge of poppy in Afghanistan. Production only our friendly V-lords who were corrupt did that poppy business. Taliban's punish anyone who deals with any kind of drugs or alcohol. It's all propaganda. Well, yeah, the thing is, if it's all about a means to an end, right? I think with the Taliban, they're opportunists. And if they can justify it, whatever, they'll do whatever they'll do with drugs. In fact, it's been known that Islamic extremists have been known to get involved in drugs, mainly so they can hurt the West. Because if these drugs get to the West into the hands of the youth and causes harm, a societal harm, then they win. That's how they look at it. That's how they look at it. Silver Streak says, Silver Struck, great. Another commodity to track. What's the gold to opium ratio today? Yes, indeed. I know exactly. It's crazy, crazy. And Porash S. Hope the U.S. paid for its sins. Well, I think we're paying for it now. Bree Chili, thank you. Thank you, Bree. Appreciate that. Gen X Collectible, no matter how to look at this, it's FUBAR at minimum, criminal at worst, and how this issue has been handled. Opium has been the center of the issues for centuries, will continue to be an ongoing issue and likely targeted strikes once we get all our people out. What about napalming the fields? I don't know. I guess we got to see the environmental, but imagine the harm that opium caused. I'd say it's worth the risk. Let's napalm those opium fields. Wipe them out. Prevent anything from growing there for a couple of years. Let's see here. The Controlled Substance Act is unconstitutional. Opium is a natural plant extract and has natural consequences for being addicted that are less severe than alcohol, tobacco, and sugar addiction. I beg to differ big time. Right? Do you know what's in heroin is the most addictive substance out there, other than maybe tobacco or nicotine in the tobacco, but it is very addictive in a different way, which is some people say that being that it's so harmful, it is I'm glad it's illegal. Bella Dance Ravia, not cool, Sal. My daughter was actually taking notes for this episode with a smile. Oh, okay. All right. But what's not cool? I'm not sure. I don't get it. Taking notes for this episode. Anyway, sorry, I'm a little confused by that. Mark Shish says, Morning, Sal. As long as there is demand, there is always going to be a grower. Doesn't matter who is in charge. That's right. That's true. Greetings from my kitten is a black belt. Thank you for the algorithmic greetings on this one. Barbara Severson. Hey, Sal, thanks for the great stream. Unfortunately, I can't afford gold right now, but this is great information for everyone. Stay safe. Thank you so much, Barbara. I hear you. Yvonne Mora. May many blessings come to North America. All right. Not sure exactly what the meaning of that is, but anyways. Morning, Sal. Another slurp-worthy production and nice visual upon your table. Can't forget the banks, boats with all the white bricks stuffed inside. I didn't see nothing. Whistles. MMT is only a failure if you don't take advantage of his devilish other side. Keep pushing. There you go. Exactly. And you got to take advantage of gold and silver is what he's saying. Okay. I see what you're saying, Billy Dance. She was taking notes on the drugs. Oh, I see. I get it now. Yes, indeed. All right, yeah, we don't want that. Who? All right. Say hello to your daughter for me. Belly Dance. Very good. All right. Hello to Lumix. Welcome. Yes, alcohol is addictive too. Gangsters used to gun each other down the street over it. That's true in Prohibition. But the thing is, just because alcohol and tobacco are addictive, and I can make the argument that tobacco is just as addictive as opium, does not mean we should just say, hey, let's legalize opium. Not a wise move. Not a wise move at all. In fact, I don't even think we should legalize marijuana. Screw that, man. John A. Perez Diaz. That gold Mexican Libertad is a nice. Can I buy it? Yes, you can. I did a video on where you can get that thing. for cheaper than anywhere in the U.S. actually, making it worth the wire fee, even in the shipping. $40 shipping and a $30 to $40 wire fee, and it's still cheaper than you can get it in the U.S. It's crazy. Let's see here. Tree Climber, he left out the rich lithium deposits that Afghan has that China wants. That's true, but the thing is this video is not about lithium. The Taliban have no way to mine that lithium and those rare earth metals. That's not the point. They can grow opium very easily, very easily. Let's see here. It's very difficult to. What they're going to do is China's going to pay them or some sort of kickback to go in and mine those minerals. Let's see here. Florida Cracker, what do you think of Patriot Front? I have no idea what that is. Let's see here. Let's see here. Very good. And Rufus Lumpkin says, where can one find the opium spot price? Good question. Well, I imagine it's going to become much lower if they plant a lot more of it and ship it out. It's crazy. JM, lots of great info in this video. Love how the gold maple coin popped. It sure does. It's amazing how different it is. And it's looking at shine and it's gleam than the other two coins. It's crazy. Finish has a lot to deal with. Finish has a lot to do with how coins look, gold or silver. You can make silver, being the most reflective metal, appear in so many different ways by the finish on the coin. Multiple enhanced, uncirculated, or reverse proof finishes, or a polished, a buffed surface. Crazy. Human, you think cops should kick down people's doors for weed? Screw your channel, freaking Stormtrooper. No, I'm not saying that, Human. I'm just saying I don't think it's wise to legalize drugs. I think it's insane to legalize drugs, especially if those drugs cause people to. I look at it this way. When you smoke a joint, you get high immediately. Now, it does affect people differently. There's some people that when they smoke a joint, they get mellow. There's some people that get ultra paranoid. And you get somebody that's ultra paranoid behind the wheel, it's like they're drunk driving. Alcohol, however, is something that can be moderated much easier than marijuana can. But the fact is, there's different strengths of marijuana. There's different THC levels in marijuana. And I just think to legalize marijuana, you might as well legalize stronger drugs. And where are you going to draw the line on what is a dangerous, what is it going to be? Cocaine? Methamphetamine is going to be next? Do we legalize all drugs? Do you know what that's going to do to society if we have drugs that are legalized? And this path we're going down, legalizing marijuana, no good for this country. We should ban it. We should ban marijuana usage in this country. Now, I'm not against THC being used as a medicine, but there is ways to be able to use THC as a medicine in a vaporizer form, and you can prescribe it and you can measure it based off of your body mass index. But I am definitely big time against legalization of marijuana or any drugs. Big time against it. Yep. Chad Lichtenstein says opium is illegal. So, and by the way, I'm going to take a slurp of a drug right now. Caffeine in this coffee. Let's see here. I love it. I love coffee. I love the drug of caffeine. Love it, love it, love it. I see opium is illegal, so they can get the price up. Same with any drug pharmaceutical. Companies can have the plant, but we can't. Well, but Chad, the thing is pharmaceutical companies, like heroin, I believe that heroin can be used as the ultimate painkiller for terminal patients. They should legalize it for that. Medicinal uses, true medicinal uses of drugs, any drug out there that the doctor can prescribe and can measure, I'm all for any of that. I don't care if it is, I don't care if it's pot. I don't care if it's, well, not pot, but THC, which is the active ingredient in marijuana. That, by the way, it is legal, but it is not being utilized to its fullest. But as far as using them just for casual use, dangerous path we're going down in this country. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Mark Medlin, I know a lot of vets who spent their time in Afghanistan guarding poppy fields, and that's too bad. They ought to nuke those. They ought to napalm those poppy fields, unless they're using it for medicine. If it can cure cancer, hey, I'm all for it. But there's actually people that actually believe that marijuana can cure cancer, which is actually the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Marijuana has over 400 chemicals in it. 400 chemicals in it. Very carcinogenic. King Toba, dirty and unprecedented manipulation of the price of gold. The price of the US dollar fell sharply and the price of the euro rose, and gold and silver did not benefit from the dollar's decline. This means that there's a systematic and clear manipulation of the price of gold and silver. Let's see here. That's King Toba. You're making an inference. You're basically what is the term? That's a form of argument, saying that the cause of one thing because of something that happened that's totally unrelated in one area, then that means that something that is totally unrelated in another area is an action, a cause and effect. There is no correlation between the two. Now the dollar fell sharply. Let's see, unprecedented manipulation price of gold. Just because the dollar fell for other reasons, but it's not mean because of manipulation. I don't think there's a place where you can make that case. Let's see here. Where is the price of manipulation? Because the dollar falls, who's controlling the dollar's fall? I would say that obviously natural market forces do it, but also the Fed is obviously controls the managing of the decline of the dollar each year, but that's only by a certain amount. But there's other aspects of it too. Natural market forces plays a role there, but you just can't say that. I don't think that he's saying the price of the euro rose, but that's the thing is the reason why the dollar index falls is because of its performance against other currencies out there. So if the dollar declines, that means other currencies go up and vice versa. It's usually this breadbasket of currencies. But what causes those movement is the economies of scale. There's a lot of things that affect the economy. Let's see here. Authoritarian Sal, what are you talking about, Silver Train? Ban drugs because Sal says so. Well, let me ask you this. Good evening, Silverstruck. Silvertarian, do you think we should legalize all drugs? And if we legalize all drugs, what are you going to say when somebody gets behind the wheel when they're high on PCP or whatever? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to say when somebody gets behind the wheel with all of these drugs that are legalized? Where do you draw the line? I mean, there's obviously some folks that think we should legalize all drugs. But then what kind of epidemic are you going to have in this country if you do that? I'd be very curious. Because literally some of these drugs, and I know I have a family member who has brain damage from the drugs they've used. Methamphetamines. And they literally cannot make judgments. They cannot make decisions. They have literally gone into, you know what I'm saying? And it's already a problem anyways. They do it every day. Wake up. Well, make it a safer place. So if they do it every day, Silver 13, how is it making it legal going to make it even any safer? Because what happens is these drugs that are going to be legalized, that everybody can have, and they can make or have. And by the way, methamphetamines are extremely dangerous. Just making them is extremely dangerous. And so it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's like, where do you draw the line? I draw the line. My line is very clear. If you can moderate, if you can find drugs that you can moderate, like alcohol can be moderated, then that's where you draw the line. If with marijuana you can't really moderate marijuana. Let's see here. People doing their driving intoxicated now, and it's illegal, so that isn't a good argument. Well, that's true, Tessa. That's right. Driving under the influence of alcohol is illegal. So, and some are doing it. Imagine if you legalized driving under the influence of alcohol. How many more people would do it? Because it's legal. A lot more people would do it. It wouldn't make it right, but a lot more people would do it. They say, you have no choice what I do with my body behind the wheel. I have a right to get from point A to point B, even if I'm a little bit buzzed, right? Well, Silver Awesome 13, yes, you can moderate the THC levels, but not in smoked marijuana as much. You can to some degree, but what happened, Silver Awesome 13, is this isn't the 70s. Most of the marijuana out there today is much stronger than it was in the 60s and 70s. Much, much stronger. You can find some that is very lower, but the thing is even if you legalized the lower moderated THC, they're going to get around that easy. There's no way they can police that. There's no way they can police that. But anyways, I know we're going to have to agree to disagree on that, but that's a strong stance I take, and I'm proud to take it. No question about that. Very negative data for the U.S. dollar today. However, the price of gold and silver declined. Dirty and premeditated manipulation from the whole world. Yep, I know. Manipulation. Everything's manipulation. Good grief. Let's see here. Good luck with Keith Richards. Good luck, Keith Richards. All right. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Mark the Silver Shark. Crypto not backed by physical. Just got their computer programming as a fiat tokens, but they may be your game a lot. I used to get Chuck E. Cheese tokens. All right. Island Ariel. What if the whole Afghan debacle was cut off the currency supply to the CIA deep state? I don't know. It could be. There's different philosophies. I think what's behind the way that we pulled out was probably more to do with China than anything else. Let's see here. Well, yeah, no. Well, Silver Awesome 13. I hate all those alcohol deaths daily. I hate them too. How is legalizing marijuana going to help with those alcohol deaths? Well, how in any way, shape, or form is that going to help alcohol deaths by legalizing marijuana? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Some Love Button quit smoking pot in college, no problem. Well, it's not about the addictive nature of the drugs, Love Button. But by the way, smoking pot, marijuana is not physically addictive at all. It's psychologically addictive. But anyways, yeah, let's see here. But alcohol, yes, alcohol can be a problem. It can certainly be a problem for a lot of people. Alcoholics, it's horrible. They should stop drinking. But thing is, it's alcohol is a drug that can be moderated by the vast majority of people. And Silver Awesome 13, I'm with you on that. I'm not saying that we should just lock up somebody for having a dime bag. The way the way that we're criminalizing it and the way we're treating it is a different thing. I would not do that. I'd find some other way to enforce it. I wouldn't lock up a brother for a dime bag. That doesn't make any sense either. I'm not saying that, but I don't think legalizing it and giving up on the drug war makes any sense either. Because there's far further repercussions from drug use than thing. But I don't think jailing people is a problem or putting them in prison is the answer. I don't think that's the solution to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Word Ferguson says, the question in my head just conked me over my head, and I have to get some others' opinions. Why in the hell would not one of the multimillionaire and billionaire people across the globe come to the epiphany and realization that silver is an incredibly great investment, the most undervalued asset on the planet? In many cases, because of such inordinate amount of money that they have, it would only take a fractional amount of their assets to invest in millions of tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in the shiny white metal. That action itself would seem to me to make prices skyrocket and benefit these rich toads. Why haven't they done it yet? They can't be that stupid. Yes, I don't know. Let's see. When some of these countries in the Middle East and going east, silver's less and less a part of their world. It's crazy. Let's see here. Let's see here. Tessa, I get what you're saying, Sal, but no drug should be illegal. Alcohol is legal. Yet how many die a year? The government is one of the biggest drug dealers. They do. But again, it's something that you have to draw a line somewhere. And alcohol essentially is one of the things we did try to ban it before, and I don't know that I agreed with banning alcohol because, again, it's something that can be moderated. There's a lot of things that kill people, but the thing is, it's those drugs that are so strong that literally people can get, out of their mind. But anyways, I digress. Silver Honda. The 2021 Key West Fantasy Parade and Street Fair in October is canceled due to the variant. We are still going anyways. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Silver Honda. Sign up. The going direct reset is a reset we want. It omits the fees and modern banking practices produced. The Great Reset is a continuation of the SWIFT system. It's a SWIFT system. Monty, thanks for the video. I don't know what the SWIFT system is, but it'd be interesting to find out. Let's see here. All right, take care, love button. Have a good night. Let's see here. Type my points out. No problem, Lusa. People kill people. Objects. Oh, that's right. People kill people. It's bad enough that people kill people sober, much less when they're out of their mind, right? Let's see. Notice I'm ignoring Terry79 right now. Steve Woods, $2,400 by Tuesday, $2,400 by Thursday, then to the moon. Opium, perfume. I don't know what it is from Afghanistan. Thought it was from Macy's. There you go. It's right, from Macy's. Let's see here. Saladin. God loves Muslims, oil, gas, and gold. And then God loves everybody, not just Muslims. Kenna M says, don't forget the Taliban banned it. This is why the Americans were sent there, to protect the poppies and narcotic trade with terror as a cover. Well, it's an interesting theory, but I don't think that's what happened. Let's see here. Alcohol is worse than weed, says Sign Up. Well, Sign Up, yes, it is worse than weed. I'd rather be around somebody. I'd rather trust somebody driving in a car with them that is insanely high than insanely drunk. You're right. That's exactly right. In some aspects, alcohol is worse than weed if somebody is plastered drunk. But I would dare say that if somebody has a glass of a beer, a cup of beer, compared to a joint, who's going to be the more intoxicated? We know the answer to that. If you have any intelligence, you know the answer to that. Let's see here. Thanks, Tessa. I appreciate you. Yeah, we can agree to disagree. It's all good. It's all good. I know I hold some unpopular opinions on some things, but that's okay. I appreciate the interaction and the differing opinions here, you know? All right. Plunda Khan. USA didn't try to stop the opium, bro. That's true. We should. We should napalm the opium. Indeed, and lithium. I hear China may be building new roads in Afghanistan. That's what I've heard too. Let's see here. And Eli says, I keep hearing there's hundreds of Americans still left in Afghanistan, so I'm wondering how they are getting out if the military is already gone. Through diplomatic solutions, say the Blinken, who's often blinking crazy. Pandora's Box, Sal, you were having a Biden stroke moment in the description opener. Probably was, I don't know. Plinda Khan, and most of the Taliban's money comes from rich Arab Gulf states, but they're not going to tell you. Most news tell you, say, opium is the third largest earner behind tax and money from rich Arabs. Sorry if my English spelling not so good. I think it's a combination of sources, too. That's another reason why, you know, a lot of that drugs, whenever you do drugs, you're probably supporting some of this money that's coming through from some of these countries, like Afghanistan, like the Taliban. Have a good night, CCT. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. 903 Booter. If we bombed any opium fields, it was only to reduce the competition. Do I hear CIA? All right. CIA Opium Gold, says Eddie's ACTL. Goldchick says drugs are legal in Portugal. I wonder how many drugs are legal there. Up to a certain weight as long as you have a job. Probably marijuana is my guess. JM, smoking a joint would be like having 3 to 4 beers, but just a couple puffs would be like having a glass of wine for dinner. Yeah, I guess it's the lower tolerance then. I don't know. And I fully understand that it does affect people differently. But when you light up a joint, you don't just do it for 3 to 4 puffs and then put it down and then it's gone. You know what I mean? You're gonna finish the joint, or you're gonna waste all the marijuana, right? It's expensive enough, even legal. It's expensive enough. All right. Okay. Drugs are good. Okay, says Silvertarian. All right, there you go. And let's see. Okay, Jeffrey Jackson. I prefer to stack silver rather than opium. Me too. It lasts longer, and it's not damaging to your system. All right. Let's see here. Sterling cannabis. My channel round can be used as money. There is 0.8 troy ounce, and they're very attractive. So how many can I put you down for? There you go. All right. Nicely done. Sterling cannabis. South Texas Prepper says, Sal, the only thing that I can tell the Taliban is good luck. The U.S. and coalition forces tried unsuccessfully for 20 years trying to eradicate poppy growing in Afghanistan. Tried and failed. Before that, the Taliban tried the same thing. Tried and failed. Before that, it was the British who tried and failed. Someone wants to do it. It can't be stopped. It's been going on for hundreds of years. That's right. Yep. Well, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, and Jasper Silver says China is the player and this fentanyl is the main product. China has found a way to destroy the USA with this highly addictive fentanyl and OxyContin, which is bad too. That's true. They are bad. And by the way, those are legal drugs. Those are legal drugs for medicinal uses, by the way. The USA gave China like that, and there's no stopping it. If we eliminate the human fools, taking this world would be a better place. China will win anyway. Trump did not do enough in 2018 to try to stop those fields. All right, let's see here. And Jasper, but the rugged faked election got Biden and SD so cheat and not voted for president. And let's see. Okay, I can't say that or else I might get axed. Let's see here. ISIS is Mossad. What does Mossad operate for? Israel, of course. Of course they're going to say it's Israel, of course. Of course. Crazy people. Crazy people. Huge opioid crisis in the U.S. How do pharmaceutical CEOs obtain the raw material for painkillers? It is if it's illegal. Afghanistan, main opioid grower. That's all I need to know. Back to stacking. Well, that is a problem. The opioid problem is a big deal in the U.S. for sure. And I think there needs to be ways to stop that because some of these painkillers are highly addictive. Rush Limbaugh knew about that. It's unfortunate. All right. Chris and SoCal. I've been buying up gold as I believe it's really a good price point for a high runner. Wish I was proving itself more useful during short-term SHTF like the hurricane, though. Yes, indeed. Starting cannabis. We grew and protected our opium fields. The CIA was the biggest customers. I don't know. Let's see here. I respect your opinion despite the fact that I would draw the line, including alcohol. No problem, JM. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, I guess, and again, reasonable people can agree to disagree on certain things. And yeah, I just think that it's a slippery slope, and that's just me. Let's see. All right. Good one, says Patrick T. Thank you so much, Patrick. And if your foot had gangrene, you wouldn't be happy to amputate it, but you'd be happy to survive once a procedure is complete. This is how I see the banking industry, a limb of the economy that has turned rotten and must be cut off for the health of what remains. I think that's kind of what the approach Andrew Jackson took when he got rid of the banks. Gold Hansti. Where I live, hookers with illegal company is required by a tax office cannot have a bank account. No, I have to pay cash. Right, all right. And by the way, I think, hey, if you're going to legalize drugs, you might as well legalize prostitution too. I mean, 2 consenting adults for cash, why not? That's how I look at it. Bill 457, look up Johnson Mathey and see if one of their big money makers is the pharmaceutical industry and a few other big bullion companies. Anyway, we do it with Afghan gold tie up in the courts. Says Bill 457. Our best AF. All right. Moving on up, getting closer here. Richard Metcalf. Good report, Sal. Should have added the lithium deposits China wants. I like your words. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Keep stacking that shiny financial insurance. Exactly right. Yes, indeed. Don Dole says, I'm sorry for using the F-bomb on your site. And we're not having it. Hey, no problem. Hey, I don't care. Swear all you want. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to use any expletive deletives you want or talk about anything. Carry any opinion. This place, as far as I'm concerned, you can have any opinion you want. Now, sadly, I can't articulate, or I may not be able to read some of your comments due to 2 particular areas that YouTube does not like people to talk about. But you can say whatever you want on my channel. You can swear, you can cuss. It doesn't matter. You can even insult me. Now, I may push back a little bit if you insult me, but the one thing I ask you not to do is to insult my fellow viewers, especially in a live stream, or call them names unnecessarily, that type of thing. But I ask that you not do that. But Richard Metcalf, I stack for freedom. I got out of savings account CDs, all debt, almost 20 years ago. Now I don't need the bank, of course. I have a checking account, an ATM card, and a very small bank. I neither have to grovel for a loan. I'll borrow from my stack if I have to, knowing that I will replace over time. Example, I bought a used car for 2-ounce gold coins when gold was at $17.90. Bought 2 ounces of gold when it dropped to $1,200. Where else are you going to pay to borrow money? Good job. Way to go, Richard. That's incredible. There you go. Let's see here. Norm says, so is this channel on metal stacking slowly going to be a forum for political commentary? Because if it is, I would be watching Fox News instead. You know, no news, just opinions. All right. Well, Norm, we know your political leanings by your comment there, because if you say Fox News is just opinions and you didn't mention CNN, PMSNBC, any others, then that's on you. So now I do have strong opinions. I'm more likely to talk about it in a live stream, but once in a while I'll talk about it on videos. It's my right to do so. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. But on the other hand, you are free to speak your mind politically as well. And you've pretty much showed your hand pretty clear as to what your politics are. And my guess is, Norm, that if I was to praise Biden for how he left Afghanistan with the largest airlift in history, in American history, better than any other nation in the world, and we had to get out of this war. And I used all the Democrat talking points. My guess is you would be saying, what a refreshing view from a Precious Metals channel. You should say more of that stuff. So basically, Norm, I'm not going to be silent just because you think I should be. If I have a political opinion, I'm going to state it whenever and however I want. And you're free to do so on my channel as well, too. So there's that. All right, Eli in the Wolverine State. They will be growing ephedra soon instead of poppies because more money in meth. The opium fields will now move to Mexico. And methamphetamine is dangerous stuff, man. It's crazy. All right. And Tessa Cunningham says, before YouTube went all fascist and cesarish, I watched a video on how to make black tar heroin, but he called it medicine. YouTube taught me to make black tar heroin. Wow. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. I have no want for it, but knowing how could come in handy for pain medication in an SHTF scenario. That's right. That's just it. I'm all for using any drug for pain relief or for what have you. I think it should be prescribed by doctors, but in an SHTF scenario, everything's a go. So you're right, Tessa. Ohio is a state where the CIA likes to flood the heroin into mattress stores and use for money laundering. But thank you. Yeah, Tessa, you're exactly right. For sure. Let's see here. And by the way, just to be clear, I am all for THC to be used for medicinal purposes. This has been proven time and time again for medicinal purposes. And there's ways to dose it, prescribe it, and there's ways to get it into your system by using a vaporizer, by the way. A vaporizer. The medical community tends to shy away from that for some reason. Hey, thank you, Silver Struck, $10 super chat. Slurp break. All right, yes, indeed. Slurp break and probably push-up break, too. Thank you, Silver Struck. You the man. Here we go. There's a slurp from lukewarm coffee. And let's see here. This has been a controversial live stream tonight, guys. What do you think of that? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, there we go. We overachieved slightly on that one. Silverstruck, thank you so much. And all right, thank you guys, appreciate it. And thanks for putting up with me with my strong opinions. I know it's this has been a very controversial live stream, and I appreciate you guys. Just know that even if we disagree on any issue, my love and respect for you knows no bounds, except for maybe Terry. No, I'm kidding. I love Terry too. I even love Terry. And Silver Shrill Pickle, take care, my friend. Have a good night. Let's see here. And Robin Stabile, I just saw your hand go in front of the screen. You are 61 years old. I just figured it out. Keep up the good work. Good job, Robin. You're close. Older, much older. Turn those numbers upside down. That'll give you an idea. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Vaporizers are stronger than joints. That's right. Exactly, Sign Up. That's the whole point. There's nothing preventing the THC from getting to exactly where it needs to go with the vaporizers. And it can be prescribed. It can be dosed out by a doctor. Because some people can't take the Marinol, the pill. I have not direct experience with it, but I had a family member who was taking Marinol. Marinol is THC in a pill form, which is not very effective. Let's see. Jimmy Lacari, good to see you. Yes, indeed. We did a little push-ups. Thank you, Florida Cracker. Appreciate it. You guys are great. Let's see here. Ziggy says, CIA no longer needed Afghanistan and opium. See, that gets this synthetic opium from China now. Thank you, Ziggy. Elton Caceres. General Flynn knows where the bodies are. Obamagate. Yes. That's why. Problem. It's Adam Spencer, yeah, I'm glad I own metals. I haven't been thrilled with the returns, but it's cheap insurance with a high potential upside. There you go. Indeed. Let's see here. Valencia, informative as always, Sal. Everyone should own some gold. Get it while still obtainium. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Silvertarian, you strengthen a nation by empowering its individuals. That's exactly right. Individual liberty. That's what it's about. Exactly right. Let's see here. Salivation Nation, says Don Tube. Yes, indeed. Silver Steeler says, definitely a good time to hold gold. One thing the Middle East doesn't care for, nation building. The U.S. hasn't done that well since World War II. However, again, these countries don't want it. And the recent pullout was clumsy at best. The buck stops here. That's right. That's right. Let's see here. Peter Buranek says, rate 10 on philosophy of opium, gold as U.S. involvement. I guess the opium wars had nothing to do with control. You're a biased one, bro. He's one of the election was stolen around the cult was overturned the election, and we still have the zero evidence. Just talk. Well, never a clinic. I can't really go into that a whole lot, but I would say it's just not organized. But there is plenty of testimony, evidence. It's just not organized in the right way. And there's probably some dots that still need to be connected as well, too. Silver Stars, 14U, Black Scorpion riding a Black Swan event. Let's see here. Scott Torres, if HTF silver and gold paper money is poopy. Let's not forget all American contractors and subcontractors who got really rich from 20 years of war, not to mention all the politicians who have financial ties to the American military-industrial complex. So some Americans have benefited from this war, while the vast majority of Americans haven't. All right. Thank you for your opinion there. Now we get to this. Jeffrey Jackson, first on this 2021 American Liberty High Relief Gold Coin unboxing. Thank you, my friend. Now, finally, a different kind of controversial subject this time, right? Let's see here. Thumbs up on this from Global Warmer. Thank you, sir. Thumbs up and Algorithm Food. Thank you, Silver Surfer. That's exactly right, sign up. That's how it all started. Everything woke turns to crappy. That we can agree. CP sent his to NGC yesterday. Okay. Been very curious to see what you get back on it. By the way, NGC does not care about finning or off-center strikes. I think that those two things should be taken into consideration when grading. PCGS doesn't care about that stuff either, which is unfortunate. That's a major flaw, in my opinion, finning and being off strike. Hello, Don Tube is back. All right, good to see you. All right, Pretty says sign up. Thank you, sign up. Appreciate that. Static Knot says, that's one expensive black cardboard box. I like the soft pleather clamshell. Looks really dark, dirty, and soft. Yeah, it does. It does kind of look pretty cool. It does. But it is a little bit kind of cheap when you look at it. Beautiful Coin says, Coin Hound, the Bronco is really cool, and I really like the frosting on the eagle. I'm curious, though, what do you think about the decision to move away from female representations of liberty? I think it's just for this coin. And I do kind of like it in a sense that they departed from this version of it. They were going to use a woke design, by the way. There was a woke design that was a contender, and I'm glad it didn't get chosen. Yeah, I kind of like this. At first, I wasn't really that big of a fan, but it does make sense. It is kind of American West and a little different, a unique version. So if they will probably go back to female representation of liberty on the next one. But yes, indeed. Missed you too, Don Tube. Welcome. Glad you're back. Hello, Bob S. is here. And Mark B. Yes, indeed. Okay. Bob, beautiful coin now. If only they make a 10th ounce. And they could. They did that in 2018 after the 2017. They very well may do that. We'll see. Sharp Coin says, Flying Dutchman. Thank you, Flying Dutchman. Yes, indeed. Amazing, says Silver Scorpion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, shoot, we got a... All right. So cool. Buy me one, please. All right. Here we go. On its way. On its way. All right. Pistol packing pilot. COVID. Ineffective vaccines. Precious metal mines in Afghanistan and China. Follow the money. China is the female wrestler who passed away. She spelled her name just like that. Thank you, Pistol packing pilot. CCT. I think it's a great design, but a bit out of my league. Understandable, understandable. We've been going on for quite a while, guys. Crazy. Time has flown by. Beautiful coin. One day I'll work on a modern gold coin collection. At that moment, I'm working on my pre-33 typeset. Gold. All right, nice. Richard Metcalf. Just couldn't afford that very beautiful coin. I understand. It is, I think it's the most I've ever spent on a coin. I think it's the most I've ever spent. All right, guys. I think I'm going to say goodnight. I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. Thank you guys so much for being here. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you guys for taking the time to watch. And again, thanks for putting up with me. I know I have differing views on some subjects, but I appreciate you all and respect your opinions too, for sure. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening, a multitude of gratitude. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Good night, all.